Here was you got Windhorst on this whole thing. He's saying now the Suns are possibly out on a possibility for Jimmy Butler because of the Bradley Beal deal. Here was Windy on SportsCenter.
Discussions with the league, and I want to be real careful. I am not saying this is for sure going to happen. I am not predicting what's going to happen. But I do think some teams that thought they were out of this are coming back in because it doesn't look like the Suns and Heat are going to be able to consummate a deal. I think we might see a team swoop in here and get Jimmy Butler at a cheap price, a guy who can be the best player in a playoff series at a bargain price. And I think that's the phase of this where we're at. And so if a team pulls that off, and I'm not going to tell you the teams that are trying because I can't wade into those waters. This could be a trade that affects the outcome of this season. So definitely a very interesting next 2, 3, 4 days here.
I have gone into the entire Jimmy Butler saga really not expecting to get much. And from my standpoint, I really just don't want the Heat to be burdened with anything. If this just ends with basically you're getting expirings or maybe you want that goes into a year and the Jimmy Butler thing is washed your hands of it, I'm good with it. I really am. I saw some carnival barker who's like, oh, Philly's poking their nose in to do a Paul George Jimmy Butler trade. And I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I don't want Paul George for the next 4 years. I'd rather have Bradley Beal than I would Paul George for the next trade. Dude looks like a corpse on the court. No, thank you. That's really where I've been at from the start of this thing. I haven't expected to get a heap of picks because I understand Jimmy Butler's the age that he's at and he commands a lot of money. If somehow they could get a nice young player, oh my God. I mean, that would be a home run for the Heat. Because even with Jimmy Butler, even if this was cordial, I don't feel like you were going to get a lot for Jimmy Butler. I really didn't.
At this point, you can't have any expectations, really.
No, you can't. But Windhorst is on First Take today saying he thinks a trade is happening soon. The Heat are moving. It does feel like the Phoenix thing is going off into the ether. There's a report today that says the Warriors have re-engaged. Several teams have re-engaged the Heat. So, maybe the Heat have been pretty hard stance on hoping to get a haul for Jimmy Butler. And now it's just let's just get him the hell out of here, which is kind of how I was from the start of this thing. I just thought, hey, get him the hell out of here and put your. I know the Heat have the 2026 pipe dream. Have you guys heard about the pipe dream?
No, I haven't heard about the pipe dream.
You haven't heard about the pipe dream?
I
haven't heard about it. Okay.
Here's the thing, dude. Now, this may be all for naught. It could be done in the summer, right? However, somebody becomes a free agent in 2026. A certain Slovenian star that goes by the name of Luka Dončić.
How was that so conveniently next to you?
Brate, is Goran. And so, if the Miami Heat were to keep their decks cleared, you got Duncan Robinson's deal expiring, you got Terry Rozier's deal expiring, you got whatever Jimmy's money turning into expiring. That's about $90 million in cap space that goes. Now, it is with the caveat, Luka Dončić could sign a $350 million extension this offseason. So he may really like Texas. I don't know. But a lot of the owners, their thought is that, are we really going to give out big contracts if we feel like the guy's going to ask out? Who's to say? But remember, it's new ownership in Dallas. It's not Mark Cuban, even though that may entice me to stay even more. I'm just saying, dude, Slovenians love Miami, okay? And let's just say the Miami Heat. Keep an eye on this. Goron Dragic has spent the last couple of years, enjoying his time down here. He's got a new squeeze. Seems to be liking life. But if all of a sudden this summer, if you're really serious about this Miami Heat, this Luka Dončić thing, and maybe you wait until Luka doesn't sign the extension, but if you're really serious about this, you make Goron Dragic the vice president of something. I don't really know what, but you make him a vice president of something. You put Gogi in a tie. He's going to look very handsome, nice. And then all of a sudden, you have his mentor in the fold. If anybody was going to sell Luka Dončić and getting his fat ass into Heat culture shape, it would be Gogi. Or maybe Chris Quinn all of a sudden, he takes Chris Quinn finally gets a head coaching job. You need somebody to be on the coaching staff all of a sudden. Who Goron Dragic would have looked good in a coaching polo? I don't know. So I'm just saying, keep an eye on it. I'm not saying it's likely. I'm not going to do my thing. I'm not going to do that.
But you did.
Well, just
2 minutes ago.
No. But it wasn't a true whale call. Just for example.
Memory loss?
But I'm just saying, watch Goron Dragic. That's the next chess piece.
Okay.
If Goron Dragic is brought back into the family, and you have Goron, Nico, Bam, Kalel, Tyler Hero, and who would fit right into that spot? Oh, Luka. A beluga whale, if you will.
You just said you weren't going to do that.
Just for example, JP. Just for example.
Okay.
For example.
Pretty sure we know how that sounds like.
I'm just saying. Make Goron Dragic some kind of vice president. I think Son Steve said international. Make Goron Dragic Miami Heat vice president of international affairs. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And Goron Dragic puts on a tie. All of a sudden, everybody loves Goron. All right? We've just been looking for the right role. And you bring in Gogi, if you're serious about your Luka pursuit, you got to bring in some real bait to harpoon a beluga whale. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Keep an eye, everybody, on Gogi. Keep an eye on Goron Dragic. Be snooping around, you Gogi. You've been a little too quiet lately. It's almost like you're up to something.
That's the pipe dream. Then we're done with Ant. We're no longer pursuing Ant. Is that what you're saying? Because
we're not no longer doing anything, Frog Boy. But Ant is still under contract. One guy can be a free agent, and the other can't right now. You know, fair. Maybe Ant does come into the fold. I don't know. Who's to say? I'm not sure. But what I do know is if Luka Dončić does, for whatever reason, if he did turn out, now he probably won't. Who turns down $300 million guaranteed? Although he has already made a lot of money. I'm just saying, keep an eye on it. Texas is boring to Slovenians.
You know, when Goron and Luka first faced off at the Kaseya Center, whatever it was called then, those Slovenians did not leave until both Gogi and Luka came out.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. So and LeBron just says, this is when Tobin pisses me off. I don't understand, dude. I am not. I just want to be clear here. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but this is what the Miami Heat are trying to do. I'm just letting you know. This is what they're trying to do. But I'm telling the Miami Heat right now, okay? You guys, to be fair, Pat, you know I love you. But you've been whiffing like staying on a slider lately, okay? A lot of strikeouts. You need to come at this with a new tilt, with an adorable accent. And what I think you need to do is put Goron Dragic in a suit. You make him vice president of international affairs, or if you lose somebody on the coaching staff, you make him an assistant coach. And then all of a sudden, Goron Dragic is like, hey, Brate. And he goes, what do you want, Goran? I want to rescue you from Dallas. Bobby. Just saying, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on Goron Dragic. That's it. We'll go back to task at hand. We'll go back to the task.
We've never not kept our eyes on him.
Especially
with you.
I don't keep my eye. I let Goron be Goron.
Him out right before he even gets into the building.
Well, that's my brate. I love Goron. All I'm telling you is, should the Miami Heat hire Goron Dragic in some type of a role?
I think they should.
You know what's up. Okay? Just remember Tobes told you. Follow the Gogi. All right? Follow the dragon. if you bring the dragon into the into the den, all of a sudden, you know what we're trying to do. You know what we're trying to do.
I thought that was going to be, I thought that was like a deep saying of some sort. When you bring the dragon to the den, you know what we're trying to do.
You know what we're trying to do. You know. Just saying.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for sure.
I'm going to get back to task at hand, okay? Because I'm very excited. I don't even need Luka Dončić, quite frankly, because I have Khalil Ware. I don't even know if I want Luka Dončić to mess this up.
Rookie of the year.
After all of that,
I may turn down Luka Dončić. I may. I don't even because
you cannot say that.
No, I'm just telling you. Like
went on a whole 5-minute rant.
I was just laying it out there. I'm laying out the Heat's plan. But old Tobes, nobody asked my. Would you like to ask my opinion?
Okay. This is your opinion.
That's not my opinion.
This whole thing was your opinion. That was your dream.
Wasn't my opinion.
Okay? That was your dream.
I'm telling you right now.
Tell me, what is it that?
In my opinion, I don't even know if we need Luka Dončić because I'm not certain. Ooh, I'm not certain. I'm telling you right now. I'm not even certain we need Luka Dončić. Okay. First of all. Second of all.
You just said he was to say.
Second of all.
Okay.
Second of all. Yeah. I'm not certain that Nikola Jovic isn't going to be better. I'm just saying. That's possible. And Galaware. So I don't even know if I want Luka. But I'm just saying, keep an eye on Goron Dragic.
Someone bring back Leroy immediately.
Well, we did in the spirit of body shaming Luka real quick just before mentioning.
Look, we don't even have to mention this to Leroy when he comes back.
Oh no,
we don't even have to mention this to Leroy.
Remember, I am Spirit Leroy, so whatever you say that comes into my ears, Leroy somehow hears it.
But I don't even know if I want Luka. All right, I love this team. These are my guys right now. Okay, maybe
just clip the whole segment, Marcos. Just do it.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm just telling you that's what they're trying to do. Okay, clear the decks, if you will. All right. But you're not serious about getting Luka Dončić if you don't bring in Goran Dragic. You're just not. You're not a serious organization. You're not.
Didn't we do this with KD? Wasn't there like a summer everybody was waiting for, clear the books, and then it just didn't work out?
That was clear the books. The summer that they met with KD in the Hamptons, they did clear the decks for him when the Chris Bosh money got cleared out. And the problem was they were also in a big-time personal standoff with Dwayne Wade, and they paid Hassan Whiteside at midnight. So, didn't really go great for him. Plus, the counterpoint was we had to go up against KD just going to the Warriors, who won 73 games that season.
That's right. Small detail.
Small detail.
Carry that, Klay Thompson. I mean, a bum.
Anyway,
task at hand.
I don't even want Luka right now because right now I have the warehouse and I have Jovic, dude. Okay. And I have Bam and I have all of them playing together. And I don't even know if we have room for Luka right now because we just beat a Magic team and sent their ass to 24-24 on the season. The best win of the season. Where's Luka? Exactly, dude. Exactly. Got a contest for you. The Slam Dunk in Vegas. Travel and accommodations for one winner and 3 guests to go to lovely Las Vegas. Plus, you get $5,000 for each guest. That's a total of $20,000 for those who can't do math. It's easy to enter. Download the free Odyssey app. You log into your account or you register for an account. It's free. And all you got to do what you're already doing, which is listen to us for an hour and you get an entry. And you can get one every single day, which will give you more chances to win this. Ergo, you can have more chances to win this trip, this Slam Dunk to Vegas, baby. All you got to do, download the Odyssey app, register or log in, listen for an hour, or any participating station. Maybe you want to go to us. Maybe you want to go to Kiss Country. I don't know. Whatever one of the participating stations are on our Odyssey app, check that on out, and you can have that great prize, a trip to Vegas for you and 3 other friends. The travel dates are March 17th to the 22nd, 2025, and it is a national contest. Oh, Frog Boy.
Yes, sir.
Let us mix it up.
Let us Mix it on, dude.
What do we got today in the mixed bag, Marcos?
Well, sir, it was a wonderful, wonderful performance yesterday from your Miami Heat. Arguably,
All time
best win of the season.
Best win of the season.
Best win of the season thus far, like you mentioned just now. Tall time was, well, you call this Tall Time 2.0?
Tall Time 2.0 with all of them together. And I would say, like, you could argue the Rockets win was a better win because the Rockets are better. I would agree. However, the Rockets win was before all the chicanery really came to a head. Mind you, then Jimmy Butler returned, then we had the whole thing, and then we basically went into stop trying to play basketball gate. So I'm just saying, with the backdrop of what was going on top of unleashing Nikola Jovic, Kalel Ware, Bam, Bam, it's not only the best win because of the grit and the guts that they showed, and a lot of these wins have, you know, the blown wins to the Magic, the blown wins to the Kings, the blown games to the Pistons. Like, this to me just felt a different type of special. It just felt like with the young guys contributing, you could see the emotions they had afterwards. Probably this is a long way of saying I agree with you. Best win of the season.
Best win of the season. You said
arguable that you could say the Rockets win was up there because, you know, you also did have a fight. You know, and are objectively a better team, and Tyler Hero to get spiked on his head.
Yeah.
But the Jimmy Butler thing wasn't really a thing yet. He was just sick.
Right. And honestly, that was a moment that I thought would kind of bring everyone together.
One would think.
One would think, let's fight. Nope.
It was the opposite of galvanize. What is the opposite of galvanize?
Galvin Adcock? Sorry.
I'm gonna let Scooby bark at you. Yeah, for that.
That's fair. I deserve that. Yesterday, Tall Time 2.0.
Yeah.
Defensive chemistry was on display, and Spo talked all about it in his post game. Here is Spo on the Tall Time defense.
Yeah, I mean, certainly it's the skill level. I mean, you know, as long as and everybody is intentional about working on things and our spacing. You know, where's the ball going, and then how do we continue to maintain our spacing, and then taking the challenge on the other end. You know, Nico did a good job defensively in the fourth quarter in the overtimes. And then, you know, Kalel and Bam have already been building this, you know, this chemistry defensively. You know, you talk about chemistry offensively, but that also can be a real thing defensively. And that's what we want. We want to make it really hard for teams to score easy buckets, you know, in the paint, at the rim. And then, you know, our offense, we think, is it'll get better, you know, as we spend more time together.
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh,
so good. You know, I have a weird comparison that this entire situation it's a very weird comparison. I'm just gonna admit, I'm gonna forewarn you in this sense. I had a friend who was imprisoned in high school, right? Very bad. But he ended up luckily getting out. And a conversation I had with he escaped. No, I'm kidding. A conversation I had with one of my friends at the time was, hey, if our friend got out but didn't hit you up, would you feel upset? And he was like, no, I would just be happy that he was out, right? Now, this Spo lineup with these three tall people, should I be happy that we finally get to see it? Or should I be like, Spo, what the hell have we been doing all year?
I've seen a lot of people bitch and moan about that on social media, and I would just be like, who cares? He's doing it now. Like, obviously,
that's right.
He should have been doing it. I don't know why it took him so long, but it's here now. So let's just
don't upset him by just telling him more things.
And I would say, to my surprise, because I was talking about Tall Time 2.0, I'm a little surprised he did unveil it, because I kind of thought, like, he's going to need a little bit more to, be enticed to do it. But apparently the Magic enticed him to do it. And I got to tell you, Bam Adebayo, his captain yesterday, he likes him some tall points.
What did you think of the unveiling of you, Nico, and Kalal together?
I feel like we should do it more often. I feel like it should be in the routine. Obviously, good things happen, and me and Nico can kind of play point in a sense. But also when we get in transition, man, you got two dudes going downhill, and then you have a lob threat, but also a three-point shooter at this point. I'm not gonna gas him too much, but yeah, good win.
Yeah, that's good.
I love the he didn't treat him like how Nico's like, that's my rook. But he kind of, everyone is taking on this role of mentoring Kalel because it's a tumultuous time right now. It's a crazy time to be a rookie on the Miami Heat.
Dude, he's so good though. He yesterday, I like just watching this guy. Somebody says, Tobes, no more questions. This was a good question. It was positive. It was a lob.
They're saying you were trying to start drama again.
I wasn't starting drama. Bam, please tell us how awesome this is.
Yeah,
this Kalel Ware yesterday. I mean, look at him. Just he look at that stroke that he's got.
Sharp shooter, dude.
He's sharp shooter, dude. I mean, he is out here just like he's letting the net rip.
At the same time, should I be worried that Bella Larson missed 2 free throws? Should I be worried about that?
No, don't be worried about that.
Kalel Ware though, sharp.
Yeah, just look at Kalel Ware right now. Yeah,
pretty
look
good.
Whoa,
pretty good. Wow, this is like 7, 8 in a row.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I was like, wow, he's
does
good.
Bam do that in his warm-ups? No, right? He doesn't do threes, does he?
Does he do threes?
Yeah,
he does shoot threes. He does shoot threes in his warm-up.
So he does like the whole, they'll do like not around the world. I'm sure there's a better
yeah, he'll shoot him from everywhere.
Because Kalel looks comfortable out there.
Yeah, comfortable.
And he looks comfortable on the court, which look, Bam said it, Spo said it, we said it. Tyler Hero echoed the same sentiment yesterday. He said that that whole tall thing, we should do it more.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like playing with bigger guys. Me being one of the smaller guys out there, I think that, helps a lot defensively, obviously. But also Nico's so versatile. He can dribble the ball. We can put him in different spots on the offensive end where he's either initiating offense or he's being a recipient of mine or Bam's attacks.
I like it. I'm a fan. Nico, dude. Jovic, dude. When he hit that. Oh yeah, and when he hit that 3 yesterday, I was like, "Look at this guy! Look at him grow up." I'm so proud of you, Nico.
Growing on up, man. Give me credit. You called it. Ever since you gave him the keys to the franchise, a bit premature.
I don't think that was premature.
I don't know, a bit premature.
Why was it premature?
I don't know. It's a little much.
I forgot he did that.
Hold on. Yeah. He is going to get the keys to the franchise.
It seems like it's heading in that direction. It seems like it's heading in that direction. And I like it. I like it. It's so far so good. So far so good. Oh, you got time for one more?
I do have time for one more.
Unfortunately, Leroy won't be here to listen to this cut, but we will enjoy it on his behalf.
Mm-hmm.
The man who you said won NFL press conferences yesterday, Aaron Glenn.
Oh, yeah. Well, is this about because Leroy hates Aaron Rodgers?
Hates Aaron Rodgers.
I won't admit that he hates Aaron Rodgers.
It's a very strange thing. It is strange. But Aaron Glenn had an answer on the whole Aaron Rodgers decision and what way he was leaning. This is what the newly introduced Jets head coach had.
Just a couple of things I want to nip in the bud. Listen, I came on Wednesday. Mooch came and got the job on Saturday. And we came here on Sunday, and we started talking. Here's what I do know. Aaron Rodgers will be talked about. It will be talked about. We've already texted that communication with Aaron Rodgers. And as we continue to look at the roster, we'll make decisions accordingly. And that's with a number of people, right, on the team.
All right.
Sounds like he's getting cut, dude. I don't know. Sounds like he is out of there.
I wonder where he's going to go. I feel like he's going to go to. It feels like Vegas or Pittsburgh, right?
I feel like he's got to retire, bro. Like I know he probably.
Do you think he reunites with Mike McCarthy if McCarthy gets the Saints job?
Ooh, I mean they don't have a quarterback now, right?
They don't. Well, they got Derek Carr. I just don't know how long they want to stick around with him. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Not sure about that.
I think that's a good call. He either reunites with McCarthy or I think he's out of the league.
I don't know. I'd like to ask Leroy about Aaron Glenn because it was he made clear yesterday he's not calling the defense. That he's not going to be. He's going to hire coordinators. And
That was a guy who's in control.
it sounds like he's in control. He's worried about running the team, and I've always wondered that with Mike McDaniel. Like, it's probably a little bit different being a defensive coach and an offensive coach as far as calling stuff. Like, I'm sure it's a little bit easier to let go of the reins because it feels like offensive guys are a little bit more of control freaks with that stuff.
Yeah,
but I have wondered that with Mike McDaniel, especially with him. Maybe we can keep track of who's here on time and who's not.
I've wondered not if he potentially needs a play caller. I wondered, did we promote a play caller to a head coaching position? Like, not everyone can be Andy Reid. I saw Andy Reid make some calls at the end of that Buffalo game that were very simple.
But he didn't even call plays in San Francisco. That was the thing. Like Shanahan,
right?
Huh?
He was run game
I'm
coordinator.
sure.
Right?
Yeah, he was part of putting together the game plan for sure.
Yeah,
but he wasn't. He did not call plays until he got here.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Which is why I think he's like so obsessed. He's like, "You get to call plays," but all right, you've done it. All right, time to grow up and be a head coach. Why? Just because Shanahan does it? Bah. You see the way Shanahan looks lately?
Not good.
Looks like he's had a rough weekend in the Keys, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, we'll take a break. Final hour coming on up. We'll continue to bask in the best win of the Heat season and talk about Jimmy Buckets, plus some draft fodder that's out there for the Miami Dolphins. There's one player that everybody keeps circling to go to the Dolphins at 13.